Hi, this is Phil from Pollyanna's Parchment Craft with a new microphone. Today I thought, with such chatter going on online about which is the best machine, that I'd do a comparison test between the CM and the DX. I'm using my dear old battered CM300 that I've had for about 4 years now. It's been dropped, it's been broken, it's been blown up and it's been put back together by me. And it still works perfectly. It's the sort of entry-level machine, top of the range. We want to test it against the SDX125. This is the American version. This is the one that I imported before they were on sale in the UK. Colour looks a bit strange there, but it isn't. It's grey. You'll see that in a minute. And we're going to use the same pattern, same design on both machines, and do exactly the same thing on both machines. I'm using red mirror card. This is Pollyanna's embossing mat. This is the one for the CM range. It will fit the Scan and Cut, Design and Cut and CMQ. Not that I think it embossed on the CMQ, but you may do use one. And then for the SDX we have Pollyanna's newer embossing mat. This is made especially for the DX range. This is a universal embossing mat. You can use it for card or parchment. Again, red mirror card. This is cheap mirror card, pound for 10 sheets. And we're going to do exactly the same job on both machines. Now for this we use the standard pen holder. We're going to take the pen holder, the standard pen holder, nothing special about it, and I'm going to put Pollyanna's Parchment Craft card embossing tool. Right, well, let's open our machine. So it looks a bit better inside, doesn't it? Not so much glue and rubbish on it. And in goes the tool, locked in place. Just the same as you would if you're going to put a pen in to draw a design, but instead we're going to emboss. I'm going to load the mat, there it goes, and for this we use the draw function. We're using a pen, the machine knows it's got a pen, so we're going to use the draw function. I'm going to do the same with the SDX or DX, whichever model you've got. Pollyanna's Parchment card tool, Pollyanna's Parchment Craft card embossing tool, mouthful, and take the blade out, put the embossing tool in, and load the mat in exactly the same way as you would on the CM. Loads slightly differently, loads a bit slower, but it loads just the same. We've never ever had any problems with mats loading. So we're now ready to start the experiment. I think I should have a music in here to build it up, shouldn't I? But never mind. So here's the CM range. You can just see the design there on the screen. It's a very intricate design. I thought we won't do a simple design, we'll do something quite intricate to test both machines out. And so we're setting this away now, and don't forget this is a draw function. It's the pen holder with Pollyanna's Parchment Craft card embossing tool and on the Pollyanna's Parchment Craft embossing mat. Exactly the same for the SDX. It's the same pen holder and it's the same embossing tool, and it's the same, well, it's not the same embossing mat because the registration marks are different, but they've changed the registration for the new machines, so you can't use your old mats. But apart from that, it is just the same. And there it goes away, starting to emboss. Sadly my camera skills aren't that brilliant, so I prefer to leave the camera almost in one place. So although I can see it embossing, you can just see the carriage moving backwards and forwards, but you'll see the finished result in due course. Now here we are, we're almost finished on this. I've skipped it forward, obviously. You don't want to sit and watch it embossing all the time. Now just finishing off doing the rows, and then it'll do the double heart. It's my own design, one I've played with, and bits of designs I've put together. And told some of it's cutting lines and some of it's embossing and drawing lines. If you do the drawing lines and cutting lines, and tell the machines that, which I've done on canvas, then it won't cut the drawing lines, it won't draw the cutting lines. Stating the obvious, but there we go. So the SDX125 has finished. It's done the embossing for us, so we'll finish on there and unload the mat. There we go, there's the embossed design. Mirror card is beautiful for embossing on, terrible for photographing. Just like these adverts you see on eBay where somebody's photographed a mirror and didn't realise I was standing in front of them. No, you can't quite make out my face, can you? Good. And now we'll go over to the good old, trusty old, faithful old, battered CM300. I've pushed this off the back of my desk, I've knocked it off the front of my desk, I've dropped it when I've been carrying too much. Still working. Broke the front screen of the front cover of it, but super glue is a marvellous thing. I'm glad it's been invented. And we're just finishing off now on the pattern, just doing the double heart around it. Almost there we go. And now that's finished. And there's the pattern embossed on the CM. I should have switched my phone up, shouldn't I? Right, so now we're going to cut out the bits that we want to cut out, which is just the phrase "with love." So we've changed over to the cutting mat, and this is Pollyanna's cutting mat. This is the CM cutting mat for the scan and cut, design and cut, and the CMQ. Non-adhesive mat, so you just spray on adhesive onto how much you want, depending the weight of card or material you've got on there, and away you go. I mean, this is the DX1. DX only loads one way, as any DX only will have already found out. And we're going to load our mats. First we'll change over and take the embossing tool out, and we're going to use the standard cutting blade in the standard blade holder. I'll set this on 5 or 6. I always set it on 5, and if it doesn't cut it through, or set it on what you would normally set it, and if it doesn't cut it, you can always do it again. No harm done there, is there? A little bit different with the DX, because as one of the features of the DX is an automatic blade, I thought it only right to use it. There's no settings to do on it. There's no blade visible, but you can pull that back and you'll see the blade in there. Don't push it back in the centre, you'll stick it in your finger. There we go, in place, lock it down. Put the present the cutting mat and load it. And as I say, unlike another company I can mention, we have not had one single problem with our cutting mats. They've always loaded first time every time and loaded perfectly, he said with glee. This time we're going to tell this to cut. There we go. Now I'm going to show you this one because it's the automatic blade for those who haven't got DX machine. Let this run, it's only a minute and a half I think. The blade senses where the mat is, senses the depth of the card, and then starts cutting it. It's cutting away there at its own depth. Unlike the CM, which we've got to set the depth at, as I've said, and into the battered old machine doesn't batter. I must get some new mats. This one's got a bent corner on it, and bent corners aren't good because they can stop it loading like that one's done. Yeah, that wouldn't load, didn't like it. Let's straighten the corner out a bit. And here's a little tip: get the blade out of the way. You're not going to hurt it by moving that carriage along there, but it does allow you, if you have got a slightly damaged corner on your mat, whether it's mine or anybody else's, if you have got a damaged corner, it does let you get it under the rollers. And there you go. So it's working perfectly well, and it's cutting away the same as the SDX is. It's a lot noisier, and it's half the speed of the DX. Depends how important speed is to you. Now the DX is finished, so we'll unload the mat and have a look, see how well it's cut. Yep, it's got the frame out alright. There we go. And we'll take the design itself off. Just come off. And there we go. With love has been cut out quite nicely. Let me get some darker card to back it with so that you can see this more easily. Camera on first, there's love. There you go. With love, you can just see the embossed pattern around it, the heart in the centre. Maybe a top of a Valentine card. I've just used one of the standard zigzaggy things out of off the scan and cut itself. Here's the CM. There we go, pull that off, and that's cut just as well. Nice clean cut. No marks on the mat, we haven't gone through and chopped the mat in half, which is never a good idea. And there we go, just the upright of the H there. It's been cut, it just hasn't come out. My fingers weren't made for small work. Just for, there we go. Right, so there's the CM300 with love embossed, filigree around the outside, double hearts in the centre, and the rose. DX CM. Try them both together, just so you can see it's the same pattern. There you go. That same requires beautiful for embossing on, terrible for photographing. Or videoing, I suppose. That's the CM. CM300, battered, beaten, but working. And that's the new DX that I'm taking a bit more care of at the moment. We'll put them both together. You can see the embossing on both. Wait a minute. The CM automatic blade, 600 DPI scanner, that's dots per square inch. It's faster. It's a well designed machine. Aesthetically it looks good. Does what it says on the tin, and the choice then really has to be yours. It depends what you want to do with it. If you're coming into electronic cutting for the first time, then a good old CM300, a few of them around on eBay to pick up at a really sensible price. No difference at all in the finish. Both have done what I've asked them to do. Sorry about the front on this, but there's not scratches, that's glue. I'm a bit untidy when they're working. Oh come on, you know, I'm supposed to. I'm not a crafter, I'm an engineer, so I'm allowed to be a bit untidy. Although I did study at art college. I put the two of them together. I suppose it's a case of you pay your money, you take your choice, really. But there's been so many chats backwards and forwards on different Facebook pages of, I'm thinking of buying a scan and cut, which one would you recommend? Which one would I recommend? I'd recommend any of them. I think it depends on your pocket. The DX is really no more complicated than the CM. It's got one or two extra features. Mainly the scanner is a bit better, and it's got an automatic blade. And if you think a scanner and an automatic blade is worth £300, go for it. It's up to you. But there is £300 difference in the prices of the two machines at the moment in the UK. So there's the CM, there's the DX. There's no difference in the finish at all. Both have embossed very well. Both have cut very well. So it's a case of you pay your money, you take your choice, really. If you're just starting off in the electronic cutting game and you're not sure whether you're going to like it, go for the cheaper machine. Choice is yours, really, isn't it? You pay your money, you take your choice. It depends what you want. But I thought I would just do this comparison so that those out there trying to make up their mind might be given some idea. So thank you for watching. This Phil at Polyon's Parchment Craft. Any questions you can always get to me through the website or on several Facebook groups. I'm on most of them, I think. Always happy to help with questions on the scan and cut machine. God bless.